Hello Cedar Park, I'm Neha Khan, and today I will be reviewing November's latest horror movie, Heretic. Premiering on November 8th, the film follows two young missionaries who step into the home of the quote, diabolical Mr. Reed, where they must rely on their faith and each other to escape his deadly game. So Scott Beck and Brian Woods also co-wrote the script and co-directed it, and I thought their story was really unique when portraying the theme of control and how the villain used that to play an evil game against the two protagonists. The story also had notable points of humor which I wasn't expecting, but it definitely left an impression on me and the audience, since there were many times where the theater, me included, were laughing at one of the jokes made in the movie. And I also loved how the humor didn't really make the situation feel awkward and still kind of added to the tense environment that the two protagonists were faced with. However, I do believe that the two should have done some fact-checking while writing the script. Some of the stuff that the characters said weren't always factual when they were describing other fates or when they were explaining a social experiment that's mentioned towards the end of the film. The last 10 minutes were also a little bit confusing, but I still loved the very end of the film. It kind of left the audience with an eerie question. Moving on to acting, I thought Hugh Grant did an incredible job portraying the villain Mr. Reed. His laughable jokes added to the craziness that was going on in the movie, and I thought his acting was also very realistic with the conversations he was having with Sister Barnes and Sister Paxton. Sophie Thatcher also did an amazing job portraying Sister Barnes, who was more logical and not afraid to fight back against Mr. Reed. Her character created a good contrast with Sister Paxton, who was more of a people-pleaser. Chloe East played the role of Sister Paxton, a girl who's a people-pleaser, who also goes through emotional turmoil in the movie. As Mr. Reed tries to manipulate her actions, I believe that East portrayed the strong emotions that she was going through really well. Moving on to cinematography, what I found interesting was the great usage of close shots. The film contained many tight shots which added to the tension that Sister Barnes and Sister Paxton were feeling when trapped in Mr. Reed's house. I also liked how when the two protagonists found out new information, the camera would pan in a certain way, to where the audience doesn't know what's been found out until the two main characters have acknowledged another truth. This created a more immersive experience for the audience as they were also kind of partaking in Mr. Reed's game. Based on the elements that I have reviewed, I would give this movie an overall rating of 4 out of 5. Heretic is still playing in movie theaters all over Austin, so if you're in the mood for a psychological horror film, don't miss out on Hugh Grant's latest. With CPHS News, I'm Neha Khan. Back to you guys.